They'll send the tight end in motion left. To throw, Williams. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Here's Williams. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. Takes it to about the 37. You look at this Packers defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. From the gun, here's Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
To throw, it's Williams. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try it now with Swift. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. Pushing his way through. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Throwing is Williams. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, really a fantastic play, not only to pick that off, but he had to run a long way, Charles, in the direction to hit pay dirt. He did it, and they've got the first lead.
And that certainly changes the early tone of this game, doesn't it, partner? One moment, they were going to be in early control. Now they just have a few moments to clear their heads and get back out there against an electrified defense.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Looking to throw is Williams. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To the air, Williams. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. Let's go. Following the interception, Love. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Here's Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Luke Musgrave with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Joseph now to have the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive? Because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he goes out right around the 39. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy can block, a guy can catch, and a guy can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Working out of the gun, Williams. Steps away to his left. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and sending him back on the sack.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Throw right side taken in by Adunze. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived.
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. A pitch out to Swift here. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one 28 yards on the ground.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Swift into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Williams with a little touch pass forward. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Rome Odunze from a yard out. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie, because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. On the return is Jones. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 24 now, here's the 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Williams. Flush to his right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert On 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He gets away from one. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and 4. Glove. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And shedding through the tackle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Jacobs. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Joseph's got it, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. They'll fake the give. Now Williams.
That is incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Williams from the gun on third down. Oh, wide open, complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Chicago. Keenan Allen, 76 yards. And the Bears come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. It's still fighting. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here we go, Shaq. Go.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Pass caught, it's Romeo Doubs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Throwing, Love. Towards the middle and caught by Musgrave. Through the middle of the field. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Luke Musgrave. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers are able to extend their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Forced out to his left. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. Williams. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Chicago. Keenan Allen with his his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears are back within a score.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 91 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. And quickly out wide, this is Watson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
2nd and 10. Dobbs goes in motion. Jacobs going to try the middle. Oh, fighting off the defender. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Shifts, gets through, and now an opening. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the 3rd. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? To throw now. Here's Love. Quick slant complete to Melton. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to... Joseph now to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes... And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Jacobs is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Love, this is 3rd and goal. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Jump, now a hit, and a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got... The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. To throw, Williams. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's Williams. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
To throw, it's Williams. Caught by Jones.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Williams going to look to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers are going to have it here just past the 25. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Love looking to throw it. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and they will take over 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. Rome Odunze, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 34. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Here we go.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
A 54-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. In motion comes the tight end left. To the air, Williams. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Shoves him away. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Second and 11. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Able to power through. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 173 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception.
I came in